All right, everybody. Happy Fourth of July. If you celebrate this holiday, I got my man, my brother in comics, my brother in geek culture, nerd culture, my brother in comic book movies, Fatal J.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel
Show
like on
enough.
this stream, I feel like on this stream, I'm gonna be him. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah, man.
How you
It's
living?
been
How you
some
living?
buffoonery. Good, man. It's been a lot of crazy stuff this week. The last 2 weeks with me, it's been real crazy, and it's all set around Ironheart on Disney, and it saddens me because I don't have people out there um had me on their videos, took clips from my Dark Council streams
Yeah.
and been commentating on them. Like I'm the coon. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to tell the people, man, this show is not for us. It's not for us, man. I never did watch a single episode. I didn't watch no episodes. But I looked on Chat GBT what the episodes was about. Okay.
I
She's
watched.
already in the first episode. MIT selling homework and get expelled out of school, bro. But they telling black folks to go watch this stuff. Did
So
you see it? Did you
I
watch it?
watched the first. I only got through the first two episodes, and I was already
Okay.
disgusted with the character.
Yeah.
So my first question to you is: I knew this was going to be a problem, right? I knew we were not going to like this. So if black folk didn't like this, then it was just a matter of time before the white folk jumped on it, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes left with the white folk.
You know it.
Okay, is that
You
always
know
to be expected with
it's the
projects
usuals.
for? Okay,
It's the usuals, bro. It's the usuals. You know? They even went viral this week. I showed you the video. You know?
yeah. I I don't I don't know. It's like we both agree why it's bad for the same reasons, but then they just take it left with the racial element. Then all the jokes and the quips, and it's like, wait a minute now. It's okay. We agreed that you don't like it as well, but now you're taking it a little too far. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and break it down for me and us.
Look, man, I'm just gonna just spit it out because they don't care about me. They never did. Shout out to Red. Red know these cats too. But it's predominantly this sector of YouTube.
Okay.
It's your neurotics, your geeks and gamers.
Yeah.
Ryan Kendall is a part of the geeks and gamers family. I'll just focus on them three.
Okay.
Jeremy, he's the head of geeks and gamers. And I used to have Ryan on my channel before anybody knew who he was, bro. I
Okay.
could take it all the way back. I used to have more subs than him, but we used to be all in this umbrella called the Fandom Menace. Have you ever heard of the Fandom
I
Menace?
heard of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, the Fandom Menace was all about the Last Jedi.
Right. Right.
When the Last Jedi, people was like stunned at how they did Luke Skywalker, how they
Mm-hmm.
did the lore. So you start having all these YouTubers start popping up on YouTube speaking about this, and you had a lot of brothers in there, and that's Dark Council come from that umbrella
Okay.
of the Phantom Menace. Uh, but once that train stopped, and a lot of people ate off that train for a long time, that Last Jedi, speaking on Last Jedi, then they hopped to Brie Larson, because remember Brie Larson said something like, I don't care if a 50-year-old white man watch my movies. Then it started shifting to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
They started kind of attacking the women. Okay. Then all of a sudden, it just started getting real edgy. You know? Oh no, I don't like these race swaps right here. It
Yeah.
started getting kind of edgy. And then after a while, when one of them just straight up just said the N word,
Okay.
or when one of them just said one of those stereotypes, oh, black people love chicken and watermelon, it's in the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Jokes like that, that's when the gate was really open. And these cats started to see a lot of money flowing in.
Okay.
And now they're in that mind frame. The more racist I can be, the more of a crowd and the more of the money start coming in. So we at that point now. So it started off unity.
Okay.
It started off innocent, but then it started evolving into something else. Shout out to my boy Mark with a C.
Yeah.
Mark with a C been killing it with the Ironheart stuff. Please, if you're in the chat, make sure to subscribe to Mark with a C. He's probably in the chat right now. But I told my boy Mark with a C, I told him this about a year or two ago. I said, bro, this Fandom Menace stuff is over. It's over. Because when you look at Nerd Roddy, just take your time, chat, when you get some time. Go look at Nerd Roddy thumbnails and they'll tell you everything you need to know. This man had a Blue Beetle. He was talking about Blue Beetle.
I remember.
This man had tacos on the cover, on the thumbnail. I said, man, this dude is brutal.
I remember, yeah.
Jeez Louise, man.
Well, okay. Let me just come out and ask: Have they always felt this way? For one, and they were just waiting for a time to express it without too much backlash. For two, so why do we still try to be cool with them?
Well, watch this. I'm just I'm trying to give y'all a timeline to follow, but I know when the pivot really happened with them.
Okay.
Okay. And you probably noticed this video. This video went viral. The Geeks and Gamers was at a Disney World theme park or some kind of theme park.
Okay.
And Ryan Kendall was, walking with the camera, taping himself.
The George Floyd with the, I remember.
Yes. So it was, for the people that don't know in the chat, okay, you had Jebediah Springfield. I'm a big Simpsons fan. You had Jebediah Springfield. That's the dude who founded Springfield in the Simpsons.
That's right. That's right.
Which the Simpsons are from. Okay. So it was a statue at the theme park of Jebediah Springfield. And he had his foot on a bear's neck. Okay? So he's walking around with old boy from the Blaze. I can't think his name right now, but if you don't know what the Blaze is, that's where Air July, that's where he's a part of. He's a part of that political thing. Glenn Beck is the one that's head of the Blaze. And so Ryan Kendall seen that statue and he said, oh, look, it's a George Floyd memorial.
Yeah.
Bro, at that exact moment, they took it to another level after that.
That's right.
They took it and then a lot of people don't know this. Okay. So remember what I said in the beginning of the stream. I know Ryan Kendall. I got Ryan Kendall's number. So I called Ryan Kendall up and I said, hey, bro, what was up with that? And it sounded like I was talking to a baby on the phone. Oh man, it was just dark humor, man. That's just what we do. I said, well, you need to fix it. You need to fix that up. You know what I mean? He said, oh no, man. He said it was just dark humor. I said, well, you need to apologize. You need to make this right. He said, oh man. He said, I'm not sure if I can do that, but I'll make sure in the future that I'll just watch what I say. I'll just watch what I say, and I'm going to be in Houston later on. You can come hang out with me if you want to, man. The door is always open for us to hang out. I said, mother freaker, freak you. Freak you, man. This man never apologized for none of that he did, man.
He strikes me as the type to very underhanded, very just.
Well, I know some secrets about that cat. I'm not going to put him on blast and his family, but when it comes to being a family man, this dude is a scoundrel.
Okay.
He's a scoundrel. So these cats right here, I don't even think they have conscience anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No conscience at all. Yeah.
So what we're seeing is their true selves, how they truly feel about anybody that doesn't look like them in coming into their, what they would deem their world. Does that sound about fair?
I used to believe they was right when it came to the word woke. And I hate they stole that word from us. Because that was our word.
Yeah.
But I heard you say it a lot of times, like, that's when they take a word from us, we're not getting it back.
No, nope.
I'm like Dave Chappelle, we might as well come up with flippity floppity floop for a new word,
Yeah.
But their definition of woke, and they won't admit this, but this is the definition of woke. If it's not white, straight male led, it's woke.
Okay, let's go there for a quick minute. Is do you see an attack on straight white men in the media, in the TV, in the films?
How can it be an attack on straight white males when they run the planet? They run the earth. Speak on this, like what's your thoughts? You tell me your thoughts.
Okay, let's take the MCU, the current MCU.
Yeah.
Was there a point in time where it seemed the women tended to, um, I don't know, outman the men, or the men were reduced down to subservient roles, very emasculated roles, even current roles that all these reboots, like, well, I'm just throwing numbers out there, like with Johnny Storm, Human Torch has kind of been softened a bit.
Yeah.
Um, uh, it- are do they have a valid? Do they have a valid argument?
Mark with a C said it best. They say the same things that we say,
Right.
but they take it to another level where they'll
Okay.
need to
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, and I like how you said that because tell me the two biggest solo Marvel movies. And when I say solo Marvel movies, I'm talking about no MCU characters that cameoed in the film. I already got the two in my head. I'm gonna see if you know. And if you
Shit.
don't know, I'll say it.
The two biggest.
They hit a billion solo movies.
Okay. Oh. Nope. I'm stuck. Wait, help me out.
Okay, I'll help you. The two big solo movies where it wasn't no cameos in there, where the characters stood on their own, was Black Panther,
Okay.
the first Black Panther,
You're right. Right. Right.
and the second one was Captain Marvel. Okay, now get it out your mind when you saying it was wedged between two big movies, and that's true. But you had a black man and a white woman that hit a billion solo
Mm-hmm.
movies. Now
Mm-hmm.
let's go to the DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
let's get a little Snyder with it. What was the two big solo movies on the DC side of things? And if you don't know, I'll help you out.
Aquaman hit a billion.
Yes, sir. Female
Outside
aspect. Female aspect.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Okay, those two on this side, and those two on this side.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when you remember when these movies came out, did you hear anything woke about those movies?
No.
Okay. Okay.
If there was woke rhetoric talk around it, I wasn't privy to it. I didn't catch it. I didn't get that vibe. The numbers
Okay.
tell me that there was no such thing, or there
Okay.
was no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to go to a point. Believe it or not, those movies was good, right?
Yeah.
But they were DEI movies. Let me explain.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you.
Let me explain. So when Black Panther came out, I truly in my heart believe that Marvel did not know that that movie was going to reach that level.
I
That
agree.
was that was supposed to be a here y'all
Here
go.
you
Can y'all
go.
shut up?
Yes.
Okay, but they
Yeah.
blew up.
I
So
agree.
you got a black man that's not the hottest thing in Marvel over Iron Man, Captain America. Here
Yeah.
come Brie Larson, a woman that's bigger than all the other females, whatever. You got Jason Momoa. He's not a white man. Okay,
Samoan, Polynesian,
he's
whatever.
Samoan. Look,
Right. Right.
look
Yeah.
at look at and I got to be careful when I say this one because I don't want to mess your chin up. Uh, Gal
Gal Gadot,
Gadot.
she them people. Yeah, she them people.
The best way I can say it is small hats.
She's
You know what I'm
smart.
saying?
Right.
And you know when they come to the clear people, they don't rock with small hats that much. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to an extent, okay, if a DEI movie get too big, what happened with their sequel movies?
They don't get it, or it makes less money, or they'll sabotage it.
You just said the word. They sabotage it.
Yeah.
So my whole point is saying all that to try to paint a picture. Those geeks and gamers, those Ryan Canals, those Jeremys, Garys, all them, to an extent with the woke stuff, they're right. But when
Okay.
they put that racist edge to it,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they fall,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So that's why I painted that picture like that.
Okay. We are in total agreement.
Yeah,
I think a couple years ago I said if this is before I met all you guys, I said I couldn't understand why y'all was so quick to be so cool with, because I'm sitting here like this is not gonna work out. I said once they get over their issues with their internal issues, and then they're not gonna be like, you black folk doing too much now. We get
yeah,
it. We all agree. Women are, women, whatever, bad writing and the
yeah.
masculation. I said once they, they're not gonna turn their guns on us, and I'm just like, this is not gonna end the way most people. And still, I still see the, well, they got the big numbers and the channels and shit. I'm just like,
Yeah.
nah.
But
they,
see, and you got you perfectly right. When you didn't know me, you was perfectly right with that assumption where them black dudes hanging out with them cats right there. But see, like I said, I got history with these cats. We came up in the trenches together,
yeah,
and then a lot of times people didn't see me. And Mark with a C could tell you in the chat. I check these dudes when they
yeah.
start, cause it's a chick out there real big in that sphere. Okay, I'm in one of these chats right here, and watch this, man. I had to get her. When a lot of dudes they see her, they simping. I'm gonna put it like this. I ain't gonna put her out there. I ain't gonna put her out there, but her name got Star Wars in it. I'm gonna leave it at that. You probably
I
know
think
who
I
I'm
know who you're
talking
talking
about.
about. I think I know who you're
Okay.
talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in a certain chat, and me and Marcus is in a certain chat, but we don't say nothing, but we peeping the scene.
Right.
So this girl right here with the Star Wars in her name, she posts a picture of George Floyd. Okay, now George Floyd on the picture got a bald head, and he got a blue arrow going down his head like Avatar: The Last Airbender. But
Wow.
on the meme that she put in the chat,
Yeah.
it was Avatar: The Last Air Breather. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do, man. And I checked her. I said, "Hey, ma'am, uh, you had a sister that passed away tragically. Where's you posting this bull crap up here?"
Yeah.
And I said this in the chat. Mark, tell me if I'm lying. You in the chat. I said, if anybody rock with that right there, you come see me.
Mm-hmm.
You come see me. I said, I don't rock with nobody that's on that type of level of racism. That's true racism, you know?
Okay. Are are you now of the belief that they never ever wanted us in that space? Do you feel that they belong, that space belongs to them? Like they can't see black folk in space. They can't see black superheroes ever. Like is it has it set in for us, y'all? I mean us and y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
when I say they never wanted us, they don't believe, because I'm old enough to remember Billy D. Williams in Star
yeah,
Wars. I
yeah.
remember how people were upset at him flirting at Leia. I remember this as a kid.
See, I must have been too young to peep that. I was so they was because he was flirting hard with
He
her.
was
I always wondered in the back of my mind, was people pissed the way because when you look at Leia look like she rocking with
she
Billy D.
like she
Williams.
would go right, and this is when you had to go actually read the newspapers and read the reviews. And I
Yeah,
remember this rhetoric as a kid. Like they did
yeah.
not like the fact that this black man was eyeing this this white woman. Like
Hey, real quick, not to cut you off, but
no,
do
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
remember? You remember Mr. T and Rocky?
They didn't. Oh my god. Say
Okay,
woman.
okay. I
Say
always
woman.
wondered this. I always wondered when I was a little boy, did white people not like that? Because if you look at Adrian had that look like she was moist. You know what I'm saying? Come get with a
Hey
real
man,
woman. Come get with a real man. You see that sucker right there? That ain't a real man. Give it
ain't a
this.
real man.
You want a real man to be with you tonight?
I, I just always felt like even in fantasy, sci-fi, Lord of the Rings, all that extra shit. They just never wanted us. They don't see us in those in that space realm, and it's just like,
My channel blew up. Watch this. My channel blew up. The reason why I got the 10K subs on my channel is because I spoke on Lord of the Rings. What's the one on Amazon?
oh my God, Rings of Power.
Rings of Power. I'm a huge Tolkien fan. I
Yeah,
am a huge Tolkien fan. And I was speaking about the black elves, the black hobbits, all the black that they put in there.
yeah.
Okay. I know about the Tolkien lore. I know about the lands. And black people do exist in that Tolkien universe, but it's actually an Africa continent where all the black people live. Okay.
Okay,
Because
okay.
a lot of people don't know this, but Lord of the Rings is kind of set in like a medieval type times.
Yeah,
You know, it
Middle
kind of
Earth.
got
Yeah.
Middle Earth.
My wife is
Middle
into
Earth
that
is
shit. Yeah, I'm with you.
Middle Earth is Europe.
It's Europe. Yes, yes, it is.
Is Europe.
Yeah.
Okay. The black people live in a continent called Farad or Far Farad.
Okay.
And I was speaking about that, and my channel blew up hard. But in the back of my mind, I started wondering. I said, "Do I look like a coon for speaking about this?" But I got a passion for Tolkien. Like, it don't make sense to put the black elves in Middle Earth. Now, it could be some black elves in Far Farad.
Okay.
It could be.
Okay.
But the black elves, if you put them back in that time period of Rings of Power, what happened to them when they came to the Two Towers,
Right.
the Hobbit,
Yeah.
the Return of the King?
Yeah.
They disappeared. So that's that DEI stuff, you know. But to answer your question, because I don't want to go too far from the question, I believe they don't want black people in this stuff.
I don't even think it's that they don't want. They just can't even picture the idea of, what do you mean black people in outer space? What do you mean? Like,
I,
it's the
you're
whole
right.
it's the whole, your life is so oblivious to other plights of any, you can't even fathom anybody outside your own existence. You know what I'm saying? That's like trying to explain how it is to a woman to be a man. Like, I can never put that into words. Like, if I've lived in a bubble in a shelter for so long, I don't know what do you mean? You mean there's black people in space?
Yeah.
What? Are you sure? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Slide. I'm a big fan of your channel, man. You're one of my favorite streamers. And I know how you feel about Tyreek. I watch a lot of Tyreek. And Tyreek said something that stood out to me years ago. He said, when they come to clear people,
Yeah.
and they're heroes,
Yeah.
they will kill for it.
Yeah.
You know, when black people just looking and say, "Oh, that was a dope movie, bro. Woo, that was a dope movie." That's life to them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, I'm with you. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Sinners. Let's take Sinners for instance.
Okay, let's go there. Yes.
Okay, that was it was on Warner, but it kind of felt like an indie movie. It was an original concept.
Yes.
That's what your geeks and gamers talk about. Come up with something new. Don't do reboots. Okay, that's what geeks and gamers, Nerd, Roddy, Ryan, all them talk about. When it came to that side, straight crickets. When it came to Sinners, did you notice that?
Yeah.
Straight crickets.
It's it becomes, you can be exhausted trying to go through this with them. I get it. You know, my thing is, you know, use them for what you can get out of them, but don't hold them to some standard that they're gonna see all colors and races and everybody's welcome. It's never been that way. I still remember them being upset at the introduction of Miles Morales. How come everybody seems to have amnesia? They hated that fucking character. They're like, you're not gonna get rid of our Peter Parker. How dare you? I remember this shit for years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't work.
I even seen on Nerd Roddy channel. I recently blocked him and Canal. I can't take it no more, man. And throughout the years, I used to see Gary posting Miles Morales is not Peter Parker or not
Right.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to keep saying it because I make big money from it. But what it is, they're scared, bro,
Okay.
because the kids they love Miles,
Yeah.
bro. They love him. They don't. I don't even think that they see Peter Parker. That movie, that first Miles Morales movie, Into the Spider Verse or
Into the
whatever,
Spider Verse, yeah.
it blew up. The kids loved it. You got Spider Man rocking J's, man.
Well, here's the crazy
That's
thing.
culture, you
I
know.
love what Amy Pascal is doing with that character, right?
Yeah,
That's what makes it the confliction for me so hard. It's like, wait, on this side, I got the white woman doing right by this character, but on the other side, the white man's like, hey, don't you go too far with this. Like, you better
yeah.
stay home. And it's just like, damn, like,
It's like it's it's like black people are the humans. Okay, let's just say I'm a human, and I'm strolling to the park, and let's just say, and I love my clear people. I do. I love y'all. I promise you, I do. But it's like the clear people are the pigeons that's down that path that you're walking. When you get closer to those pigeons, what are them pigeons going to do? You know what I mean? It's that it's a fear. So when they saw Black Panther, when they see Miles Morales actually getting more popular, and this is just me speaking, I believe Miles is already more popular than Peter Parker.
I would argue
But
with that. I wouldn't say we're wrong. Yeah.
when they see that, they get scared. But see, you got to go back to clear people history. When they get scared, what do? They kill.
Yeah.
They destroy. Look at the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? What you call them? What's Conan? What you call Conan? They barbarians, bro. You know what I'm saying? They barbarians. So when they fear something, they have to destroy it.
Yeah.
So that's why you see your Gary neurotics. Miles Morales, not Peter Parker. I don't care what you say, bro. That's a dope character.
But nobody said he was. That's the whole thing.
Nobody said it. What's so dope about Miles, bro? He don't even have an alias as a superhero. Right. It's his name.
It's his name.
Ain't no character ever did that before. No character. No character out there with a sidekick of a character is blowing up bigger than the main character. And they fear that.
But that's the thing. You can have two of the same exist and coexist without one being overshadowed.
They got to destroy it. They got to destroy it, bro. They got to destroy it. Okay. They can't have a dope black character. I'm just going to be honest with you.
So how long does Miles Morales how long do they continue to protect and do right by that character before they throw him under the bus?
Well, it's like what I said. Even Marvel and DC to an extent. And you know what? I didn't mean to break my train of thought. But Sly, I've been trying my best to defend your boy James Gunn. This fool is stupid.
Y'all gonna learn to listen to me, okay?
You right. This might be the dumbest fool ever. Did you see what that fool did?
I saw what he said.
Bro, you in India. What the freak?
And now he had to do the interview with the Indian outlet, praising the Indian people.
India alone could have took him to $1 billion. And what is with James Gunn and children? Shut up. Damn.
I tried to tell y'all, it's not going to work out.
You right. That fool is stupid.
He's out there.
He's not leader material.
No.
I always felt the way about James Gunn because of those tweets he said.
Yeah.
I never did those tweets, but I kind of gave him props because he can't come up with a good film. Now, he do got misses. He do got a lot of misses. He got some hits. So I wanted to wait and see based on me being a Superman fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love Superman. I love Batman. But come on, bro. Can you just stop talking? Stop talking. That's just like if he would have said, if he was in Compton or if he was in Harlem or something and said, yeah, man, sometimes the internet get on my nerves because, those 12-year-old black kids, they could be behind the computer.
He knew better. You better say somebody else than black. You ain't that stupid.
Hey, James Gunn, bro. I was kind of rocking with you, dog. Dang, bro.
He is stuck in college. He's
And
the
then
super senior.
I really thought about this too. Okay, Superman, I understand, but bro, your next movie is Supergirl. They just to drop Avengers Doomsday on DC right now next year, and you talk Supergirl. Now, don't get me wrong, Supergirl got some dope comics, but Supergirl can't compete with the Avengers, dog. You should have been put that Batman out.
I I don't. I get why people are upset with Marvel, but like I said, until if Doomsday flops, then you can
Yeah.
say you can write them off. But as long as the Russos are going to do what the Russos do, they'll be back.
Well, all you gotta look is a track record.
Yeah,
Russos don't miss with Marvel.
they don't miss. Don't miss it.
All your favorite Marvel movies is Russo.
Yeah,
So, so with that cast though, I'm kind of iffy with that cast, but Russos, bro, they
that's
gonna
it.
make it work.
You have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They've earned that much.
Yeah,
So I'm willing to wait and sit because I'm that first trailer when we all do the trailer reviews. That
yeah.
first trailer,
Let me tie it back into your neurotics,
yes,
your geeks and gamers, all them cats. Um, I feel like with Avengers Doomsday, if they reveal Black Panther, the original T'Challa, black people gonna come out in the droves. I really believe that.
I'm gonna
But
shout to you.
hold on, because
Go
I
ahead.
know I'm gonna miss my point.
Okay.
Did you notice? And you made a video about it too. I made a video about it too. Um, Christopher Priest came out with that comic book recently where the Black Panther was white. Okay,
Yeah.
now watch this. Geeks and gamers, Gary Neurotics, Ryan Kendall, Jeremy, all them, they celebrated that. Now, this is the crew that's been preaching for 5 years that they're against race swaps.
Yeah.
But go back and look at their channels when you look at T'Challa being white or Black Panther being white.
Yeah.
They celebrated that. They said, oh, now we can have what's old boy name? The meme. What's the boy name? He had one of my favorite movies all time, Drive. You ever seen Drive?
Oh, Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
They was like, okay, we got Ryan Gosling.
You're right.
And I'm like, hold the phone, y'all against race swapping. Y'all supposed to be going hard on this.
Yeah.
So it goes to show.
Well, you know what's funny? I'm glad you went with the Black Panther. So shout out to you and Chillmonger because I was in the stands rooting for y'all with the recast T'Challa.
Yeah.
I watched F1. The more I look at Damson Idris, I don't like him.
I get it.
I don't like him for T'Challa. Now
I get
maybe
it.
the grown up, maybe an older T'Chaka, but not T'Challa. No, I don't like him.
I think that's where they're going with it. If you look at that concept art, because that's him. But if you look at that concept art, I don't even think it's gonna be T'Challa. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be T'Chaka, the son.
It's gonna be. No, I don't think it's even gonna be the son because Marvel knows people don't want the son to be Black Panther, and people and they're gonna stick with OG T'Challa not being in there. They're gonna kill him. I think they're either gonna go with a Panther in the past, or it's
Okay.
gonna be T'Challa, dad T'Chaka when he was young or something. I think they're gonna go that route. I think they're gonna go that route because when you look at his armor, it looked real ancient looking. I think they're gonna go that route. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it like this: Damtress Idris, you put him on that Marvel workout steroids routine, he gonna look tight, man.
I just don't like.
He gonna look tight.
I saw. Listen, I'm a fan. I loved what's the TV show? Damn it, that he was in the drug dealing TV show. I loved that.
Oh yeah.
I loved him
Yeah.
in it. But after watching this F1 shot, like, nah. Now all this Hodge should be everyone's number one across
That's
the board.
number one. That's
I
number
mean,
one. He told people he want to be Black Panther.
Man, and then plus I don't want it to go to a Brit. See, now I'm gonna be super interracial with this shit. I'm gonna be interracial.
See, that's what Marvel doing on the racist side of the game, taking away all the American black jobs because we got called actors.
Yeah.
And getting those cats from Europe, the
Yeah.
black cats from Europe.
Yeah.
Because, I love my European black brothers, but their mentality is different from urban folks.
Oh,
over
they are
here.
whitewashed. Oh,
Yeah.
let's just say it. They're whitewashed.
Yeah.
You know. No, I don't want to see a Brit in the
yeah,
role. I just
yeah.
don't. But yeah, all
But
this.
if they do Aldous Hodge, bro, we gonna make that movie $1 billion again, bro. If they come up with Black Panther 3, and because bro, bro, me and my wife, we rarely binge shows together.
Okay,
We binge Squid Games, and then we binge Cross. Cross
Cross
was
is good.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only issues I had with Cross, all this played it fine, but the character was so flawed. I'm like, damn, nigga, like get it together. You're an alcoholic, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. I'm like, what the, what is this? He wasn't like this in the books.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Because I can remember old man Alex Cross, played by Morgan Freeman. That guy
yeah,
was straight laced, no issues, no mental issues, you
yeah,
know. But now I get it with this, but I just didn't like how just flawed he was. Man, he's always
yeah,
self-doubting, and the
yeah,
white
yeah,
woman's like, what are you doing? Get it together, you can't be like this. I'm
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
like, what in the but I love this great series though, nonetheless.
Man, kept you on the edge of your toes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I take the flaws as long as they ain't put my boy in makeup and a dress.
Okay,
The ritual. You know?
good enough, good enough, good enough,
Yeah,
good enough, good
yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah.
So
So let me ask you a question. So
yeah.
what do you when you saw that video I sent you, um, and I know you don't like the guy, I don't like that guy either. The news anchor dude.
Oh, Dr.
Uh,
Richie. Yeah.
yeah, he
I
be
don't. Yeah,
reaching. But
yeah.
when you saw that video of them, what went across your mind about those
You
guys?
know what? I'm gonna actually go over it like I was planning to in the stream, but I wanted to, talk to you about it first. Um,
Yeah,
I was disgusted. It was just like the whole. What did Neurotic say when he was critiquing Wakanda Forever? Oh, the
yeah,
dad went left out for a pack of cigarettes, never came back. Like that's not a white man's joke. That's a joke for black fathers.
yeah,
That's the joke you give for absentee black fathers. So, and when
yeah.
I heard the white girl saying this shit, I was like, bitch, like, ugh, like, who the fuck, you know what I'm
Bro,
saying? Like,
but see, when they come to black people, like when I just mentioned Gal Gadot, we conscious about what we say about other race, but it
yeah,
come out their tongue so smooth,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And see, I know a lot of cats on that panel. A lot of cats, I'm gonna put it like this: one of those cats on those panels, if his job find out that he with some crew like that, talking like that,
hmm.
bro, he instantly fired.
See, and
You
I
know,
find it funny they would never host an open panel to accept challenges to their belief
they never
system.
will because they ain't got it,
Okay, okay. Maybe
bro,
that's a pipe
bro.
dream that I have. That maybe one day they'll have a smoke show and just only invite the. Okay, if
They
you're a
can't
black
do
person,
it,
you got an
bro.
issue, come
They
come on up.
they can't do it. Like Mark would have seen debated with Director X.
Okay.
Uh Director X actually directed one of those cross
Oh,
episodes.
that's right. When he was going left, going crazy with the muff. Okay,
Yeah,
good stuff. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And Mark annihilated him. He was stuttering and everything. And but Director X came out with a show called Robin Hood or something.
Yep,
And it was the black people, not a stereotype show.
yep, yep,
This black girl, she was Robin Hood, and she was stealing from white people and
yep,
giving it back to the hood.
yeah.
Okay, come on, bro, the stereotypes, you know.
Listen.
But anyways, this is what I'm saying. So Director X was gunning towards those cats, like Ass, Ass, the
Oh,
big bald headed white girl.
Mr. H was on his neck too. I remember it
Yeah,
because he came through Mr. H.
okay, they
Mr.
was
H.
yeah,
Go
they
ahead. I'm
was on
sorry.
their neck.
Yeah.
But when it came to time, now I give props to Director X for this. Director X said, okay, y'all making these videos about me, have me on your stream.
Right.
Ass big bald headed tail, he got scared and said no. Got scared.
I can't respect that.
So these dudes, the protection, what y'all looking at us, we're behind the screen. It's safe to them behind that screen.
Yeah.
I would actually have a lot more props for them if they did debate a lot of cats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
it's just an echo chamber, man. It's an echo chamber. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Now this is just Fatal Drake talking. These cats better get it together and they better pivot. Because two things happened recently this month, might have been last month, that I think YouTube has to really crack down on channels. That Vegas shooting,
Mm-hmm.
because when that Vegas shooting went down, What was they saying? YouTube star, YouTube,
Yeah.
YouTube, YouTube, YouTube,
Yeah.
YouTube, YouTube. And then there was a girl recently. She deleted herself because people was bullying her on YouTube.
Oh, the fox lady. She takes care of stray foxes or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So when you look at the algorithm, these cats are always popping up in suggestions and all that type of stuff. They better be careful because I'm in these streams, and you know what these cats, I mean streams, I'm in these DMs. And you know what these cats are saying all the time, every single day? Man, I'm losing subs. Man, not that many people watching my channel. My
Mm.
views are dropping. You just saw the quartering. You know the quartering?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just came out with a video. Now this fool do 100,000 views every video, and this fool said he loses subs.
Yeah.
You know,
See this?
and gets talking about he gotta fire people. You know what I'm saying? The reckoning is coming. It's like Malcolm X said, the rooster is coming on the roast. The
Well,
roost.
let me ask you this. Getting back to Ironheart, here's where we put ourselves in a pickle. I don't understand how you have our people that are really championing. This is it's a messed up series, messed up plot, horror, despicable character, making despicable, typical stereotypical choices, right? So now you just give them ammunition to go even harder on the character. Now, if you like it, you like it. I think you're weird if you like the series. Seriously, like, do you not even know what good writing is? Like, I don't think average urban normies even understand what good writing, storytelling, what it looks like and sounds like. So when you have a faction of us that are really like, what you mean you don't like Ironheart? And here it comes. You must be racist. It's like, what the fuck?
Bro,
What are
it's
we
so
doing?
many people
What are we
was
doing?
gunning for my neck. You black. How can you say this show sucks? I'm like, man, y'all brain dead zombies. Shut up. Can you think for a second? And then I was telling him, I said, why is the hero of this show joining a heist ring and stealing from rich white guys? I said, come on, y'all don't see the stereotypes. They're making fun of you. They're making fun of you. And then let's keep it all the way funky. Bro, I got a million comic books. Don't black people don't give a freak about Riri.
No,
We
ain't,
don't.
ain't no way in hell. Ain't no
We
way.
don't.
I
Bro,
refuse to believe
you
it.
mean to tell me you can line 10 black women up from the streets and ask them, do they know Riri from Marvel?
No, they'll say, you mean Rihanna? Riri? They know that Riri.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a big it's I'm a big Dick Gregory fan. Lord
Okay.
rest in peace, Dick
Rest
Gregory.
in peace.
It's
Yes,
a
yes, yes.
he used to say this all the time. It's just a game. You know, I think Marvel's uh marketing plan is division. It's division. Yeah.
Interesting.
Get two sides fighting on each other, but you speaking on it. You got A side, you got B side, but they're all talking about this show.
Yeah.
That's their plan. When they don't have confidence in the show, A side versus B side, y'all fight it out, make videos about it. Boom.
But if it doesn't translate into views for the show, then was it worth it? Was that the are they okay with that type of collateral damage? Like, okay, we got people fighting over this show that nobody wants, and still doesn't no one's watching it. So
But it's like what I said. It's a weird game in Hollywood. It's like I said when I was trying to paint the picture with Black Panther, Captain Marvel,
yeah,
uh, even Blade. Look, Blade was hot. Blade 1, Blade 2, then sabotage. Black Panther 1, Black Panther 2, sabotage. Aquaman 1, Aquaman 2, sabotage. I think at this point they got so much bread, it's just about chaos with the
I've
with the
said Disney is beyond money because there's no way any business can
Disney is
function the
an
way they
evil
evil.
satanic company, bro. I'm serious. They're evil, bro. You can go back and look at all the children movies with the PDF stuff.
Yeah, when they
They
freeze frame it
evil.
here, freeze frame it
Yeah,
there, you see all
they evil, bro.
yes,
They
yes,
evil.
yes.
I'm like my boy, the evil satanic beast. You know what I'm saying?
So where do us black folk go from here in regards to science, fantasy, the comics? where do we go from here as a people?
I'm glad you said that. I'm starting a new series on my channel called Indie Comics Exposed,
Okay.
and I'm supposed to get some brothers to interview. And man, we just got to come up with our own stuff, our own characters. Cause even look at it like this, okay? Jim Shooter just died. I'm not familiar if you know Jim Shooter.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Jim Shooter died from cancer. Jim Shooter, if you want to say, if you just want to put it on one man who saved comics,
That's him. It's
it
him.
was Jim Shooter. You know what
That's right.
Marvel did for that man? Get the freak out of here.
Yeah.
And guess what? They knew he had cancer. You think they cared?
Yeah.
And then had the audacity to say, Jim Shooter, we love you. Rest in peace. So I know you don't give a freak about me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's evil, man. They evil, man. They'll sabotage their own stuff
I
to
don't think
prevent
most
black.
people. Yeah, I don't think most people could even understand why they would do that. Like, no, it gets that deep.
When you got so much money that you don't care about the money, that's dangerous. That's scary.
Yeah.
And I just really think when Black Panther 1 hit, and it was a world phenomenon, they were scared. And Geese and Gamers got the same mentality. They were scared that T'Challa was going to beat RDJ in
Mm-hmm.
popularity,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Evans, Captain America in
Mm-hmm.
popularity, Thor in popularity. They just didn't want that.
Yeah.
They just didn't want that because they were scared that the little Hispanic boy, the little clear boy, he was gonna put on that Black Panther suit, and they
That's right.
did.
That's right.
They did, and they don't want that, so they'll sabotage you. They'll sabotage.
Okay.
And to answer your question, because I know I kind of got our point.
No, you good. You good. You good.
Uh, man, support your black creators. It's some black creators out there making some dope stuff, and they don't even have to be just black creators. Indie creators. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Check out their stuff, support their stuff. You know, it's some dope comic books out there. I look at comic books as your own personal movie. You can do anything you want in there. You can make it as
Right.
dope as possible, have as many explosions as possible. Support your black creators. Make your own characters. Because they don't care about Marvel comics. They don't care about their people that make dope stuff for them. Rob Liefeld made Deadpool. Deadpool is $1 billion franchise. They told that motherfucker Rob Liefeld, hey man, you can't come here. You can't
can't
come to
come.
this
You're
premiere.
right. I'm like, what? How you tell this man like the disrespect? I'm just like, oh goodness.
The disrespect is crazy, man. Yeah, man.
Well, I like I said, I continue to embrace you guys. I'm so glad. I hate the circumstances that brought us all together, but I'm
Yeah.
so glad I met all you guys and I see
Yeah.
all you guys and I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
and I just hope it grows and
Yeah.
everybody just keeps growing with their content.
And I believe it will, man, because like watching you and watching other black creators, man, I don't like to toot our own horn, but we talented. And I
Yeah.
think people on YouTube, when they start cracking down on those anti-woke channels and all that type of stuff, they're gonna come our way, man, and they're gonna finally see, hey man, we were zombies, man. We wasn't thinking. You know, let's go to the real, get the truth. Let's
Well,
go to the talented cats, you know?
so you don't think they will never ever them over it would ever invite one of us to get our point of view? Because I remember I heard I think it was Neurotic, might have been one of the they said they were talking to some brothers offline about the whole recast T'Challa thing, and they didn't understand why it was so important to us until someone broke it down about the image of the black man and fatherhood and how it affects us seeing ourselves on screen. They were like, "Oh, I understand it now," and I'm just like, "Did you really have that conversation with somebody offline?" You know what I'm saying? It would have been more
They didn't have
impactful
that
to have it.
conversation, bro.
Yeah,
They didn't have that conversation. Bro, these dudes is so stupid. Let me tell you how stupid these dudes is. You know? And I'm going hard on them pause because they going hard on my people.
yeah,
Remember when Geese and Gamers had Zack Snyder on the stream?
yeah. I remember.
Okay. They were supposed to put they were supposed to leave off the Geeks and Gamers logo on the foundation, on the What's that thing we used to always donate to when Snyder was hot? The Snyder Cup was blowing up.
The
You
the the
know
s-
that
the suicide awareness after his
the
daughter.
ASAP,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
They put their name on that.
Okay,
And Zack Snyder, he told them, I know the full story. Zack Snyder told them, he said, man, y'all can't have y'all decent gamer logo on there
okay.
because y'all represent bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? Y'all represent hate. In so many words, that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
So they left it on there, and when the stream started, what did Zack Snyder say? You remember that? I mean, his first sentence.
But yeah,
He
yeah.
said, he said, hey man, you know, we represent love, we represent unity.
Right, right,
He
right,
said,
right.
he said we don't
We
support
don't
Warner
support.
Brothers
Yeah,
does not support having that G&G logo on there.
yeah.
He said, now let me start the show.
Right, right.
You can see their face dropped. They face dropped, okay?
Yeah.
After that stream, this fool Jeremy just gonna go off on the man like freak you mother freaker. I always hated your guts. Bro, you missed a call opportunity to not only get Zack Snyder, you could have got more cast. They don't think. They not talented, man. You know?
Okay.
All they can do for content is hate. That's all they know.
Do you think
That's all
there
they
will
know.
ever come a time when Hollywood would be like, we see value in the brothers' content and say, you know, hey, you got a new project coming out. Go to Fatal J. Hey, you go over there to Mark. You go over there to Chillmonger. You go over there to Derek. Do you ever see that happening for us at
No,
some
sir.
point?
No, sir.
Really?
Um, the only way that we can get validation and we can get an audience, we would have to be like because YouTube is a clear folks platform, you know,
Yeah.
and they play with the numbers. The woman that died on YouTube,
Yeah.
the YouTube CEO woman,
Yeah.
she told one of them rappers, she said, "Oh, you got a YouTube channel? You just starting?" She said, "We can get you up there to 1 million." You know, she died not too long ago. She was doing that DEI type
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
with her son. Uh, we would have to be like see, I'm a history buff. We would have to be like what's the place where it got bombed? The black people.
Oh,
Uh
Philadelphia.
no, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma.
Okay, okay. Black Wall Street. Yeah.
Black Wall Street. We will have to support each other and become a like an umbrella or a conglomerate.
I
You
don't.
know,
We.
but hold on, I know where you're going because you always made me laugh when you said this, and I use it to this day. That Highlander, that it can only be one.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you right, you right. But just looking at how Marvel treat their own black characters and DC, how they treat their own black characters, we can't trust Hollywood to validate us. And if they do validate us, it's for them. It's to help them look good. But it's never to make us look good or because we're telling truth. That's
Who
just
was
my
the
theory.
No, no, we're locked step. We're lock in step. Who was the black executive that you guys were going in on so tough that was in charge of Wakanda Forever that made the
Nate
decision
Moore.
to go? Okay, okay,
Nate,
okay.
this dude here, man, he got it's like you said, it's that European mind.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
got that European mind.
Somebody
So
said you sound like Bobby Emmett.
hey, somebody said I look like Bobby Hemming. Shout out to AM1, man. Shout out to
Hey,
AM1.
that's the ultimate compliment. Hey,
I think somebody said that one day.
Bobby Emmett.
Somebody was on my somebody was on my comments and said, Fatal J look like a young Bobby Hemming.
I love it. I'm dying.
Yes, sir.
Last question before I let you get up out of here. I forget whose platform it was on, but somebody is one of us. He said they were talking about Josh, Denim Nerds.
Yeah.
I take Josh with a grain of salt, but somebody said, yeah,
Take
it's
him,
good
take him
that
with a
Josh
grain
can-
of salt.
Yeah, yeah.
Josh, me and Josh, I don't did streams with Josh, but Josh is Look, I can only tell the truth. Jaws is corporate. Shield. He'll go hard just a little bit, then he'll really
Yeah,
back.
really, really. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so take him with a grain of salt, man.
The reason why I brought him up because I forget it was a brothers panel, and they said, well, we got guys like Josh that can speak for our black characters, and I was just like, what? That makes no sense, because I guess he was one of the voices for recast T'Challa, and I'm like, I don't want
No,
no.
he wasn't. I'm not tooting my own horn because Mark with a C was actually the very first person
Okay, okay,
that I heard say recast T'Challa.
okay.
Because when we was in that grief with the world with Chadwick Boseman,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they're not gonna bring him back, everybody was like, fine. I can honestly say with all my heart and soul, Mark with the C was the first person. Okay. Then you start getting like me and Chill and all that group starting to, get the recast going and see uh uh Josh Jenner Nerds. He saw that, and then that's
He
when he
jumped on
started
shit.
talking about it.
Okay.
Old boy from and I gotta admit, this dude is dope. I watch him from time to time. The dude that do all the Easter eggs on Marvel movies in DC, the YouTube dude. Ain't it Rock Stars? Rock Stars?
I
New
was
Rock
thinking.
Stars, ain't it?
I was thinking Emergency Awesome. I don't know. There's so many of them. There's a few of
Yeah,
them.
but I think this cat here is New Rock Stars. When they
Okay.
start talking about recast T'Challa,
Okay.
the clear people,
Yeah.
it started with New Rock Stars, and then that's when Josh and all them. But now, hey, you notice they don't reel it back. They're not speaking on it no more.
Oh no, I quiet as church mice. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want him speaking for a black character. What the fuck?
yeah,
That
yeah.
don't even
They
sound
don't
right.
speak for me. They don't speak for me.
Nor should they ever.
Yeah, Josh, you cool, but you don't speak for us. You know what I mean?
No. I be in there trolling too. I'm surprised he ain't blocked me, but he let me troll. But I be in there trolling his ass. I'm like, you don't believe what the hell you saying, bro? Let's stop this shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what's cool about Josh, man? Look, I ain't got no corns with Josh, but Josh, I'm a comic book guy too, and he hit me up. He said, "Fatal J, he said, can you review my comic?" I did a dope review for his comic on
Okay.
Twitter,
Okay.
edited everything. After I dropped it, he hit the thumbs up. I ain't heard nothing else from
I ain't
him.
heard nothing from it.
Bro, I don't get a thank you, nothing. Damn. Hey, fool me once.
Cold business. That's cold
Yeah.
business.
But see, I'm telling you, it's that fear. We the humans and they're the pigeons. They're gonna fly away when they see us coming.
Now
You
you
know?
just said I
That's
see
just,
pigeons and shit.
and I love pigeons. You know what I mean? But they fear us. You know? They fear us.
What would you like to see moving forward from us? Given where we're at right now, I mean, as far as us content creators and the I guess the direction and the rhetoric conversation that we're having, what would you like to see moving forward, and where would you like to see it go?
This what I would like to see when it comes to us. I would like to see unity. I would like to
Okay.
see stop being jealous of each other.
Okay.
Um, people got movies about the 300. Zack Snyder, I love the 300.
Yeah.
But you got another Cold Warfare that actually happened. This movie only been made. It was made in the 70s or 80s. It was called Shaka Zulu.
Listen, they ain't ready for
These
that.
brothers, spears and shields, and wreck those British white boys
They ain't
with
ready for that.
guns.
They don't want to bring that back up, bro.
Bro, do you know how amazing that is to fight an army that's got all rifles and you just got spears?
Yeah.
So what that goes to show, if we come together, support each other, love each other, care for each other, support each other work, we won't need that side, And nothing wrong with that side, because I feel like, and I'm gonna go a little deep with this, if black people was up here and white people was down here, we will be doing the same thing to try to keep them. You know what
You
I mean?
think so?
I think we would, bro. We would probably be even harder. You know what I mean?
I
I think
disagree
we
because
would.
I disagree
Speak on it.
because we're too loving of a people. We're not built for war.
but we're loving because we've been on the bottom of the totem pole. We got to be loving. But when you've been in a point of power for so long, you want that power. You want to keep that power.
That's a very good point that you make.
You want
Won't
to
we
keep
be as
that
bad as
power.
that's crazy.
That's like Joker from the Bell movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't about money. It's about power. When he burnt that money up, that was the coldest thing. Bro, that was the coldest scene in comic book history. He had a mountain of money
Yeah.
and set it all on fire. It's about the power.
That's
Stand in power.
very interesting. I would love to snap my fingers and see that dynamic play out because I think we would be like, "You need help? Let us help you."
No, we wouldn't, bro. No. What the movie show you all the time? Once you get that taste of power, you're not gonna give that. You go and sacrifice your life to keep that power.
Okay.
You know?
Now, if we went down the history rabbit hole, history tells us all of our greatest kingdoms pretty much fell because we trying to help everybody.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Because if you look at the richest man, well, they say this is the richest man ever lived, Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa, yeah.
He got clear people out of bankruptcy.
See,
and look what they did for him.
Yeah, how'd it work out for
Feels
him?
it out. What was his kingdom called? It was called the
was it not the Kush, not Kush?
What wasn't it the Mali Empire, Empire or something?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, I've had you on for an hour. My man,
hey
please
man,
shout
thank you
yourself
for
out.
letting me vent.
Hey,
because I felt like our people needed to know the history behind these cats, man. So thank you for letting me vent.
No, but I mean, I listen. I need to reconnect with everybody back all over again. I'm gonna hit up Mark. I'm gonna email Mark later on tonight.
You got to hit up Mark, bro. Because Mark, I gotta admit, Mark brain is bigger than mine, and he gonna get deep with it, and it's gonna blow your mind, man.
I just want to say I like all of you guys. Like this core that I found, and I just hope that y'all nurture this shit and protect this shit, and don't let outsiders come in and ruin a beautiful thing that I'm seeing. So. I'll do my part, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. My man, Fatal J. Bro, go ahead and get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night, brethren.
All right, thank you, brother. Peace.
Yes, sir. That's all right. Oh, my man, Fatal J. Red. Where you at? Red, my bad. Late start. What are you, what we doing? Are we still good, or you want to postpone? Can we not include Ironheart? It's officially the end of phase 5. So yes, I will definitely bring back Mark on. So, Red, where you at? Shit, I might as well text you. What am I doing? Happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope everybody had a good day eating ribs and potato salad, all that good stuff. Red, where the hell is your number at? Red. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm waiting on Red to see if he's gonna get back to me, and if we go on tonight or tomorrow night. So, what? Get out of here! Quit playing. Are you serious? He died? No. Oh hell no! Are you serious? Oh, this is horrible. He was only 56.
Julian McMahon, known for his starring roles in Nip Tuck and the 2000s Fantastic Four movies, died Tuesday in Clearwater, Florida.
McMahon had privately been battling cancer. He was only 56 years old.
Damn.
His wife Kelly shared with
Are you a doctor?
Plastic surgeon.
And his wife Kelly shared with Deadline, quote, "With an open heart, I wish to share with the world that my beloved husband, Julian McMahon, died peacefully this week after a valiant effort to overcome cancer. Julian loved life. He loved his family. He loved his friends. He loved his work, and he loved his fans. His deepest wish was to bring joy into as many lives as possible." Along with his work there you saw on Nip Tuck, McMahon is known for his starring role as Dr. Doom in Tim Story's 2 Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, hell no. This is horrible. What the hell? God Damn. Rest in peace. Okay. Shit. Wow. Yeah, damn. Okay, Red, I'm about to set up right now. All right, so give me 10 minutes, y'all. I'll be back with Red sings the blues. All right, peace. I can't even say peace. I'll be right back.